constantly be monitoring the audio. Well, my name's Ethan Foster. I am from Oxford, Michigan. I'm a student in Oxford's early college program, and so with that program I'm able to transfer to surrounding colleges to kind of get college credit while I'm in high school, and so I decided to transfer to MAET Community College because I was interested in what they had going on with the media arts program and all of that stuff, so yeah.
Well, we want stuff from in here anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You start the program in 9th grade as a freshman. They start you with some you're taking your high school classes, but they'll throw in some intro to college, college prep type classes and stuff. And then as you go along, you continue to take more actually college focused stuff, like your gen eds and everything. Yeah, it sounds pretty daunting. If you're not in the program, I remember when I first started in 9th grade, people were like, man, that's gonna be tough, balancing high school and college stuff at the same time. They make it pretty smooth in terms of being able to tackle both. One of the nice things is some of the classes that you take can count towards high school credit and college credit at the same time. So it's not like you're adding a ton of additional classes to your schedule. They have mentors in the program that are always right there. You're actually forced to be in weekly communication with them, and they're always making sure they know what you're doing with your classes, and if anything is causing you stress or whatever, they're really very personal and helpful with that. So.
Take me through a day in Ethan's life.
A day in Ethan's life.
A day in Ethan's life.
Yep. Well, at least right now, Mondays are the only day that I actually come up to the school. So the rest of my school is online, just from home. And so I'll wake up at 9 or something, which is nice. And I'll kind of just fudge around until I get to schoolwork, and then I'll work on that for a while. Intermixed with the occasional distraction of YouTube and stuff, which is just one tab away. It's such a terrible habit. I'm taking the documentary production class, as well as the internship course that they provide, which basically sees you, getting an internship somewhere that has something to do with media creation. I'm working for this lady in downtown Rochester who has a restaurant business as well as a kids cooking sort of thing, and she wanted help editing together her cooking lessons and shooting new lessons and stuff, so I have a lot of footage that I'm working through, and as far as the demands of the internship class, you have to have a certain amount of hours before the end of the semester, so I'm trying to get those hours up. So I'll typically spend a few hours a day editing, different stuff like that, and then just doing activities with friends in the evening, or reading, watching movies, listening to music, occasionally playing music and stuff. Pretty much everything, either consuming media or creating media of some kind. So, one of the most interesting and probably unique things that I've been able to do in this program so far is writing and directing my own short film. Myself and 4 other students were able to put together a little short film last year. Writing and directing that film was probably the most stressful thing I've ever done, but it was also one of the best learning experiences that I've ever had, especially from MAET and from this program. We actually just won first place for our film in the Land Film Festival, which was really cool to see.
Over 100 911 calls into our dispatch center of an active shooter at Dawson High School.
4 students lost their lives in the attack, their friends now bearing the burden of grief.
Yeah, not being there was both the thing I'm most thankful for, obviously, right? It also ended up being the most difficult thing about that whole experience, because a ton of your friends go through a very traumatic experience like that. You're trying to reach out and be helpful and kind of let them vent to you and everything like that. Yeah, just not having that shared experience was difficult, especially when people would come up and be like outside of our community, be like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear about what happened with your high school and everything. And you're like, well, I don't really deserve your sympathy as much as so many of my friends and other students do. So that was kind of tough. It's honestly kind of weird coming back here. I've only been back here a handful of times since it happened, but there hasn't been one time that I've come here since it happened that I haven't, at least thought about what happened. And to think it's, the building that I used to come to every single day. I think, I was down in my room doing school when I heard about what happened. I live 5 miles away from the high school here, and you know, I knew people here while it was happening, and there was nothing I could do. You know, you felt kind of like chained down, unable to help, and all you could do was keep up with the news updates and stuff. And it was really scary.
What are some of your long-term goals then? What's your end game?
The end game. So I think my plan is to transfer to Rochester College, which is funny because I started doing like my original gen eds with them and then switched here, and then I'll go back there. I'm interested in taking their digital marketing degree to kind of get something more business oriented on the old resume. So having that will hopefully help me to get some kind of internship or job in marketing or media production of some kind, but it'd be nice to kind of just settle down and starting a family and that sort of thing. Yeah.